All right, we are back. We are back. Listen, make sure you like the video. Make sure you like the video as you are coming in. I'm here today to do birthday readings for Stormi Steele and my girl, honey, Keke Jabarr. Okay, so without further ado, let's get off into it. Okay, so Stormi Steele, she was born on August 3rd. That makes her a Leo. Okay, so what are some Leo traits? Leo traits include being confident, comfortable, being the center of attention, drama adoring, ambitious, loyal, fiercely protective of their nearest and dearest, generous, luxury loving, sunny, and big hearted. That sounds like Stormi Steele. Okay, that sounds like Stormi. Okay, what is a Leo's weakness? The weaknesses in Leo is they are people that can be misunderstood easily and can sometimes become arrogant and egotistical. Okay? Working with a Leo can be rather difficult given their stubbornness and jealousy. They don't like to share the limelight with anyone else. Okay? So Stormi's birthday is the day of the dangerous quest. Her weaknesses. The book says that she is reckless, self-destructive, and egotistic. Okay, so by reckless, that means she lacks, there's a lack of like proper caution with her, like she's all over the place. Self-destructive, that means she takes actions that can harm herself. We remember watching that interview with B. Simone, and she actually talked about wanting to, unalive herself, right? We also see her over there with AL after he didn't record it. Keke blasted her and her mother, blasted Melody, tried to infiltrate himself into Melody's friendship circle. So to me, that's very self-destructive. It's like, how many times do you need to see how this man does people before you realize, hey, I may not need to be an acquaintance of his. I may not need to be sending him cash apps. Okay, so yeah, I can see the self-destructiveness, honey, of Stormi Steele. It says she is egotistic, and that basically means she excessively can be like conceited and absorbed in oneself. Okay, let's look at her strength. She's courageous. That means she's not deterred by danger or pain. So we saw that with her baby, her doing the IVF. She was on bed rest. She went through a lot of shifts and changes in her business, but, nevertheless, she wanted to be a mom. And she has a beautiful son. Shout out to her and Courtney, honey. Y'all did the thing, honey, when y'all created Little Chess. He is so cute. Idealistic. This is a quality that I have. I'm very idealistic. I just be wanting stuff a certain way. I don't care if it's unrealistic to people. It's what I want. So Stormi shares that with me. That means you're a visionary, dreamy, you could be unrealistic with some of the standards you may have depending on, whatever it is. Determined, and basically that means that once she makes a decision, she doesn't change it. She stays on the path. Stormi seems very resilient. She seems like somebody that has been through a lot, that can take a lot. And she's been very successful with Canvas Beauty. So I do admire her. I may not, personally like some of her ways, like with her mother and her mother speaking out of turn. I never would allow my mother to come at people like that. So I don't share that with her, but I'm able to admire her, for what she has been able to accomplish in this world with Canvas Beauty. Have any of you guys tried her body glazes or her hair products? Y'all let me know. I don't really hear people talking about the hair products really no more. It's more about the body glaze. Okay, it says those born on August 3rd are attracted to danger in one form of another. Their quest usually involves placing themselves in harm's way or rescuing others from harm. Their goal may also be to reveal the truth as they see it, regardless of risk. Too often it is risk itself rather than the truth that is of most importance to them. Those born on this day must be aware of endangering others through their activities. Adverse to mundane experience, August 3rd people often seek excitement far from home. Some indeed venture to the ends of the earth, while others summon the thrills of the imagination from the comfort of their easy chair. Less highly evolved August 3rd people are stimulated by the excitement engendered by others and live vicariously. More highly evolved August 3rd people not only generate or experience excitement firsthand, but also put it to work creatively or professionally. August 3rd people may be at great risk of injuring themselves. Usually, no amount of persuasion from worried family or friends can deter them, there's that word, from their fascination for conflict and risk. It's like, dang. So, I guess honey, I guess her playing the role that she's playing this season, just being all up and through the drama on Love and Marriage Huntsville, like, that ain't nothing to her. This is, hell, it sounds like she should feel right at home, so yeah, I keep hearing risk. I keep hearing like she's attracted to danger, and child, the book saying she reckless. Okay. Some look on daring exploits as a test of the highest order, in which failing grades are tantamount to destruction. Others are addicted to instability and feed off peril as if it were food. Perhaps the most difficult to dissuade are those fighting for a cause or defending an ideal. In this case, their activities assume a romantic or idealistic cast, although the nature of their actions are more likely pragmatic and even cold-blooded if necessary. For some born on this day, the notion of rescue also holds a central fascination, perhaps manifested in their wish to physically rescue or protect someone, or in bringing them psychologically or spiritually to a safer, healthier place. So perceiving themselves as heroes or heroines is important to them, whether it be the role of an adored parent, knight, or shining armor, or Joan of Arc martyr. I don't know why when I see that word, I'd be like, because I was like, are they saying matriarch? Okay, that's martyr. August 3rd people must be aware of losing control over their egos. She's a Leo. Funky Daniva is another Leo. You're dealing with a big personality. I've been around Leos. Michelle Brown, she's another Leo. Check out my birthday readings that I did on them. Leos are, kings and queens, honey, of the jungle. They are lions. Malaysia, Pargo is another Leo. They don't take no shiggity. Everything they do is big and, In addition, they may have mistakenly invest others with their own emotions or desires. For instance, those they wish those they wish to save may in reality have little interest in being saved by them. A final danger is that the thrill of the adventures will wear off unless the stakes are raised again and again, like a drug high that can be obtained by upping the dosage. Thus, the addictive nature of their persistent search for excitement becomes, in many, but certainly not all cases, alarmingly clear. Being able to harness such daring to productive ends will be a measure of their maturity and evolutionary growth. Okay, so let's look at the advice the book has for her. Well, let's look at her numbers and planets. Okay, so those ruled by the number 3 generally seek to rise to the highest position in their particular sphere and have a love of independence, qualities further enhanced in the fiery Leos born on August 3rd. Jupiter lends an optimistic and expansive social outlook to August 3rd people given added energy by the sun, therefore underlines the above-mentioned self-confidence and positive orientation. The advice the book gives to her: investigate carefully whether the poor victim really wants to be rescued. Be aware of endangering yourself and others for no good reason. Don't just dream your life away in idle, exciting fantasies. Seek an ideal of balance, determined strength. Meditation. As with tigers, the female of the human species is also a capable hunter. The Tarot. The third card of the major arcana is the Empress, symbolizing creative intelligence. She is the perfect woman, the ultra-feminine, Mother Earth, nurturer, who is our dreams made real, our hopes and aspirations embodied. Her steadfast qualities should serve as a positive example of stability for August 3rd people. This card represents positive traits such as charm, grace, and unconditional love, and negative traits of vanity and affection, as well as intolerance for imperfection. Okay, hers was pretty good. I could see all of that through Stormi. What did you guys think of that? Pretty good. Let's get to Keke. Okay, so Keke, she was born October 24th. Let's talk about her sun sign. She's a Scorpio. Scorpios are a fixed water sign. They are known for their loyalty and devotion, also their passion. Scorpios are also known for their intense passion, magnetic presence, and unyielding determination. And who else is a Scorpio? Miss Melody Cherie.
Absolutely. You know, I was born under the sun sign Scorpio as well, brand new.
Okay, let's look at Scorpio's weakness. What are Scorpio's weaknesses? Scorpio's intense passion often degrades into a controlling spirit. Scorpios can become overly obsessed with power, who has it and who doesn't, both within their individual relationships and the world at large, which can make them seem domineering and unyielding. What do y'all think about that? Wow, I was just reading. It says, what scares Scorpio the most? Since they are so cautious about who they are associated with. Wow, that make me think of Melody. Their biggest fear is betrayal, fear of abandonment. This fiercely protective sign may have erected a fence around their heart, but once they let someone in, they are in for life. Wow. Okay, so Keke Jabarr, born on October 24th, her strengths. She is magnetic, and that basically means she possesses an extraordinary ability to attract, whatever she wants in life, right? She's a go-getter. And she could just naturally attract things, just because of her aura. Perfectionist, excessively high standards, and she probably was very like overly critical of herself. Dramatic. Come on, bitch! Come on! And your point is... That's Keke, right? Throwing the drink. Everything is extra. So that's like being dramatic. Talking or behaving in a way that makes something much worse or more serious or frightening than what it is. So that's what the book is saying. Weaknesses, jealousy. Now, a lot of people I know will be like, oh, see, there go that word. She was jealous of Tisha's life. And to me, Keke seemed more like she was in tune with who she was. It seemed like Marceau and Tisha, they want us to believe they're rich, but it don't look like they rich like that. Okay, it just don't. It's not giving that. So it's like, what would Keke need to be jealous of? Her man actually listened to her. Like he spent time with her and the kids. She didn't have to beg him season after season. I mean, just seemed more down to earth, more like spiritually connected with his wife than Marceau and Tisha. So I do not understand when people say, oh, she was just jealous of her cousin. She just wanted her life. No. Tisha ain't over there eating high off the hog. At least that's not what it looked like. Okay? But it says jealous. Having envy of someone or their achievement or advantages. Claiming to state or assert that something is... Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is her next weakness. Claiming is a weakness. Okay, so claiming, claiming. And basically that is to state or assert that something is the case without providing evidence. I know people gonna be at it again like, see, the book is saying that she ain't had no proof that Marceau cheated. But yeah, it is saying this. It is saying... Not that about Marceau, right? But she's a claimer, like claiming that this happened, claiming that this went like this, claiming that this went like this, and it was probably something else. So to state or assert that something is the case without fully providing evidence. And according to some of y'all, honey, I don't need no proof, okay? Because the truth needs no proof. How you doing? All you gotta do is look at how Marceau treat Tisha on that show, honey, and you will see that something ain't right. Something ain't clean in the buttermilk. But yeah, a lot of people got on Keke because they felt like she was unable to provide proper evidence that Marceau had been unfaithful to Tisha, right? Overstress. We noticed the overstressed part of Keke this last season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. There was a lot of like sickness and her feeling bad and her, having to film the show and, her and the children, they are moving and her son having to go to a new school and she just had so much going on, right? Because it even says, aches and pains, changes in social behavior, low energy, fatigue, unfocused, cloudy thinking. We saw all of that with Keke. Okay, so it is October 24th. It is the day of the sensational detail. So she's actually on a Libra Scorpio cusp. So that means she has some signs of Libra and some of Scorpio, right? Because it's the beginning of Scorpio. It says those born on October 24th have two major themes in their lives. That of dramatic revelations and discoveries. And on the other hand, and painstaking attention to detail on the other. As they are hardly cold, analytical types, those born on this day generally feel the need to reveal themselves and their discoveries to the world, often in an exciting, even flamboyant manner. And just from that sentence, We saw that, Kimmy wasn't a fan of Keke giving Melody information about Tisha. Remember at Melody's pajama jam party that she had Stormi there. And all I can remember is that damn Kimmy just looking at Keke all types of crazy. But this was a part of Keke's personality. I knew it from a spiritual standpoint. I think the audience got caught up with, this is Tisha's cousin and she's doing something devious and destructive to betray her. And, and it's like, no, like sometimes this is just who people are. Same thing with Marceau and Tisha. Oh, she's back on, she's back having that addiction again. And they always try to associate her addiction issues with part of her identity. And to me, they wanted to make it, her whole identity. This woman was a professor. She was well spoken. And the thing with Keke is she had a lot of strengths that Tisha didn't have. Keke came off very confident. It didn't matter, it looked like how much money she had in the bank or what type of car she drove. I think Tisha, she that dark-sided Libra, she wants to give off the impression that everything is a certain way. Just for instance, think of Monique Samuels, who now is saying she was so unhappy in her marriage, but this is the same woman that was like, me and Chris are getting a divorce. Who said that? Who said that? We ain't getting no divorce. Remember, she did a whole video with the Joker, and we ain't getting no divorce. Chris is right here. Y'all just putting stuff out there. Ashley said what? Turns out, guess what? Survey says that was a damn lie. Okay? Make it make sense. So that, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's who Tisha is, like that dark-sided Libra. I gotta do a video on, like, dark-sided Libras in the ways that they lie, right? To get you to believe something that's not even real. They are so much about image. So much. They will, like, go down, honey, for that image. That image gotta be right. But, yeah, this is who Keke was. I knew it. I knew it wasn't, oh, she's just trying to sabotage her cousin. Oh, she's just jealous. I knew it. October 24th people can be highly controlling personalities who dominate their family life or social circle. Honey, it looked like she was over there in charge of everything over there, what I mean. And that's okay. And she respected her husband. I like their marriage because he had his woman's back, right? Those strongly assertive types who usually have something to say, they can sometimes say still more through silence. Indeed, they often feel that the quality of what they do speaks for itself, with no need for added promotion to give it credence. Perfectionists. October 24th, people are aware of the most minute factors in their work and creations. If parents, they will be concerned with every aspect of their children's lives. As friends and lovers, they are extremely attentive. Actually, the dual themes of drama and detail are closely related in their lives, for their ability to express themselves so convincingly is usually based on many years of painstaking study and experience. Rarely will October 24th people comment or act on matters which they know little or nothing about. They therefore despise phoniness. That's why she didn't get along with Tisha, honey, okay? And are capable of recognizing, okay, Miss Wanda, pretense and dubious information a mile away. So you couldn't put nothing past Keke. That's why she was not here for Marceau. She knows that, honey, he over there got Tisha programmed to operate the way in which, he want her to operate, honey. That's why Keke was not here for their marriage, okay? Unfortunately, October 24th people can be very difficult to live and work with. Those close to them must be understanding of their absorption in their career and not mistake it as a personal rejection. However, if an October 24th person is absolutely mad about someone, they are capable of fixating on that person to the exclusion of all else, which of course creates just the opposite problem. That remind me of when she came in to Kimmy's barbecue. She was fixated on Tisha, but it was mainly because Tisha kept ignoring her. And this is the thing. I believe Keke when Keke said that Tisha is the one that told her to look into the situation with Marceau. And as soon as she did, as soon as she got the feedback, the information, you didn't want to hear it. Okay? You didn't want to hear it, Tisha. And even if you did hear or saw Marceau cheating, you wouldn't be going nowhere. Okay? So let me get back. Okay, those born on this day must try to avoid dominating their environment to the extent that they arouse resentment and anger in others. That take me to more recent Kimmy and the barbecue and how they act like they couldn't forgive her after the fact. Remember everybody was telling her she was wrong for what she did to Tisha, when she threw that drink. And foment discontent or outright rebellion. Lessening jealous and possessive impulses may also be necessary if they wish to progress further in their personal development. They should also recognize that a highly critical attention to detail in the human realm can put those around them under too much pressure and scrutiny, and that having fun is a great antidote for stress. So sometimes she could take herself too serious, right? But hopefully, what you are getting from this birthday reading is this is who this woman was. She was just passionate. What you're hearing is this is how her personality was. It wasn't because of pills or any addiction issues, which is what her cousin and her cousin's husband, honey, wanted to put out there. They just wanted to silence Keke and dismiss, what she was saying about them. They was gaslighting her, and that made her even more angry. That made her get even more louder and explosive. That made her come after them even more. Okay? Because she knew that they were being phony about their marriage. The fact that it took so long for Tisha and Marceau on the one reunion to admit that he had been inappropriate with a woman and was messaging a woman and liking a booty pic, and Tisha got down to that reunion and lied and said that was so many years ago, and Keke was like, no, it wasn't. See, there's the dark side at Libra. I want you all to think that was so many years ago. We don't have those type of problems. Infidelity has never came up in my marriage. See, she was acting like she was better then. And I know some people will say, well, it didn't come up in her marriage. And I believe it has. I believe she had certain doubts, like Keke said. I think Tisha just she has so much shame inside of her that she can't deal with reality. She doesn't want you all to see her sweat or to see that her marriage is imperfect and, she has struggles and issues. Everything is a competition to her. Mel failed at her marriage, so I gotta beat Mel, and I ain't having those problems. No, you're not having those problems because you over there. Yes, sir. No, sir. You don't challenge your husband. You let him decide everything. And any woman can be in a marriage like that. You're not really being yourself when you do that, when you bow down and acquiesce to your husband. And there's nothing wrong with submitting to your husband if if the submission, though, is equal. Check out Tim Fletcher. I'm going to try to post a video or something on the community tab one day. He'll tell you how submission should be equal, not this one-sided stuff that y'all be trying to promote and get everybody to do, honey. And no, it's not. You know, you have to be equally yoked in your marriages and relationships, and you have to, you know, have fair exchange. You have to be in a marriage or a relationship that is mutually beneficial to both of you all. And a lot of people, they like to put on, you know, like they are in mutually beneficial marriages and relationships, and they're not. It's just the woman submitting to the man, and that's not how it should be, right? Let's get to numbers and planets. Those born on the 24th day of the month are ruled by the number 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. And by the planet Venus. Because those ruled by the number 6 are magnetic and attracting love and admiration, since Venus is strongly connected with social interaction, it will be a temptation for October 24th people to give themselves over to exciting, romantic, sexual experiences. This is on point, emphasized by the fact that the signs bordering their cusp, Libra and Scorpio. Libra and Scorpio are ruled by the planets Venus and Pluto, respectively. Often love becomes the dominant theme in the life of a person ruled by the number 6. So we saw her, you know, happy in her marriage and loved her husband. And to me, they had a mutually beneficial relationship. He had her back, she had his back. They were more in tune with each other. You don't really see that, you know, with Tisha and Marceau. You see him leaving Tisha out there to dry, you know, and other people can say whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm here for what Marceau has to say about Tisha, because he be just telling her the truth and what she need to hear. She don't want to listen. She's stubborn, right? And she expect for everybody to take up for her and to kiss her ass and fight her battles and windmill for her. Child, bye. You already got your mammy doing that, girl. So I really liked Keke and Imene's relationship. Even when it came out that there was cheating in their marriage, they admitted to it and nipped it under the bud, right? What did Tisha and Marceau do? It took forever for us to nail him to the damn cross for it, because he was deflecting, denying, and lying, and so was she. Okay? All right, tarot. Emphasizing this last point is the fact that the 6th card of the major arcana is the Lover, symbolizing the love that unites all of humanity through integration of masculine and feminine polarities. On the good side of this card indicates affections and desires on a high moral, aesthetic, and physical plane. On the bad side, it suggests a propensity for unfulfilled desires, sentimentality, and indecisiveness. Okay, let's look at the health of Keke. Those born on October 24th can engender all sorts of stress-related difficulties, both in themselves and those close to them. Finding a way to schedule regular vacations, take time off from their career, and generally make a decision between work and home life is essential for their good mental health. Physically, they must be aware of sexual excesses of all types. Emotionally, of possessiveness and jealousy. Addictive tendencies may surface. That's what I was kind of looking for. So it did say, you know, of some addictive tendencies may surface, particularly in the areas of work, sex, and love. Okay, it doesn't say anything about, you know, anything else. Those born on this day should make their sleeping areas comfortable and inviting and protect themselves from nocturnal disturbances. Food-wise, October 24th, people face little in the way of restrictions, but must not neglect daily bouts of quite strenuous physical exercise to keep their back and internal organs as well as their figure in shape. The advice the book has for her: learn to leave things alone sometimes. That's the first sentence. You don't have to understand everything, or worse yet, attempt to control it all. Jealousy is not easily curtailed if it becomes a way of life. Sometimes you decrease your power by revealing everything you do. Wow. Meditation. Life itself may be only a series of illusions. Why not pick those which brings us the most enjoyment? And that is Keke's birthday. Rest in power, Miss Lady. I loved you. You were everything to me. Very entertaining, very funny. You were a go-getter. Your mother was so well-spoken. You were well-spoken. You were the complete opposite of Tisha. And I think that's why I really enjoyed you. Because I love a strong woman. I heard this a long time from this man. He said, I love strong women. And I feel that way about Keke. I love a strong, no nonsense, don't take no shiggity from nobody, baby. So we loved you, Keke. You are a star. We will always remember you on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And you were a force to be reckoned with. And that's why I think a lot of people on that show did not like you. Okay? You wasn't willing to cover up the truth. You wasn't willing to sell yourself out just because you somebody's cousin. You were able to stand on business and tell the truth and let the chips fall and didn't give a damn how anybody felt about it. So hey, that is a likable person to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed these birthday readings. These was some pretty good birthday readings of Stormi and our girl Keke Jabarr. Rest in peace again, mama. And I will check you guys out on the next video.